Well, what's going on, everyone? Welcome back to Kitchen Table TCG. Today we have a weird video for you. We're going to be talking about Pokemon and metazoo, particularly the Vending Machine series set. I've actually been working on collecting all of the Vending Machine series set for about 3 months now. I've been really going at it, and it's been one of my favorite Pokemon sets to collect. And then recently, metazoo just came out and announced that they are going to have a Vending Machine arcade set as well, which will be really, really cool. I think theirs is going to be much different. So we're going to talk about the history of the Vending Machine set a little bit, and then at the end of the video we'll talk through metazoo and what is happening with their stuff as well. So I want to just show off one of the collections I've been really working on. So this is the full, it's almost complete. I'm waiting on a couple cards, but I just got the big stuff in. We'll show you the Mizasaki promos, I believe it is. But these are cards that came in 3 different waves in a vending machine thing. So you went up to this vending machine, you put in your money, and out came this card. And there were 3 different waves of it that all coincide with the video games, the old school, Pokemon games. This is a Japanese Pocket Monsters cart, but the old school Pokemon games, that's what these were for. So they had promo cards that were based on the games and based on the regions in the game. So when you went and you opened one of these and you peel back these cards, I'm not going to do it on the video, but you peel back these cards, and they had cards that were specific to the region that then also coincided with a region in the actual video game. Really, really cool stuff. And a really cool way to do it. And so you would go into your LGS or your whatever storefront, had the arcade, or sorry, not the arcade, the vending machine. You put the money in the vending machine, and this is what would come out. So there are 3 different waves of this in this vending machine set, and then they did one for the Neo Dynasty movie as well. They did another like vending machine type thing. So this is the second set. You can see it's got a different card on it. And then the third one had these special, they're like rule cards. We'll show you at the end. That's what I'm still tracking down a couple of. So what I did personally is I started buying up collections of this on eBay. So I actually have quite a few extras. This is all like the duplicates, because the conditions of these is so difficult to find on eBay in decent condition. So what I did is I just bought like collections, and that way I wasn't paying top dollar for specific cards, and I was able to get some of the cards. So like your oh my gosh, your Bulbasaur here, really cool. It looks like it's in Professor Oak's office, right? And it's on the table, and it's one of the Pokemon that you can pick because this is the first set. And so then you go in, and the next card is a was this Weedle, Caterpie, and you're in the jungle, right? It's like kind of the first kind of thing you go through is the jungle in the video game. And the artwork in this is absolutely insane. I think some of the best artwork in all Pokemon. You've got Metapod there that again, you ran into early in the video game, and so all this stuff is there. You go through the caves, you've got Zubat and Golbat. Remember all that stuff? It would just keep popping up. You were like so frustrated. Then you learned how to avoid them. So yeah, really, really cool cards, really, really awesome stuff. And then you have these redemption cards, and we'll get to that in a minute. And that's what the Mizasaki promos were, where you actually had to send cards in to be redeemed. So it's just some of the most beautiful artwork in the game. I think these were some sort of promotion where they did, you got to draw your own, and then they picked some that got put on actual cards. Like as a kid, you could partake in it. So a really cool and iconic set here for Pokemon that a lot of collectors really like. Here's your Moonstone, if you remember that from the game. Here's another Snorlax. That's that kind of, the kids could draw their own. Really, really cool stuff. The camera's kind of hard to show. Your Porygon is in, was that Fuchsia City? Fuchsia City, whatever it is. So really cool. You get your legendary birds. We're not going to talk through every single card. Articuno, Zapdos here is at the power plant, right? Because that's where you caught him in the game. So it was very much connected to the actual video game that was out at the time, and a really, really cool set. And a lot of people looking at this, you can see the moments that you were in the game, right? Like when you were playing that game as a kid. And a lot of people really like that. The Master Ball here, things that really, really stand out. So as we get through it, let me get to the what I think are the really cool cards. And you had all these special, these are those extra rule cards that I was showing you on the back end of series 3 of these. The extra rule cards came in this slot. One of the cards that you could get was a redemption card that you would actually send in, and then they would send you back a different card. So you had to pull that redemption card, and then you actually had to decide, yes, I'm going to send in the card. And so that's what these are. These are the Mazasaki, I believe I'm pronouncing that right, promos. I haven't even looked at these yet. And these are the sought after cards in this set. These are the ones that are the true money cards. Most of these cards here, anywhere between like $3 to like $15. Some of the, like the Pikachu there you saw is about 100, but most of the other ones, maximum, I think like the Bulbasaur here is like $25. But these are the ones that get really expensive, especially if they are in good condition, and Gengar being the most expensive of them. Let's check out the condition here on Gengar. But absolutely iconic artwork. The first time that this artwork was ever used, and an absolutely beautiful card that is, oh man, I'm so just like honored to get to hold these and get to, that looks in pretty good condition too. Super excited about that. I will note, I didn't mention this. These are glossy. This is an important thing to note. These are glossy front cards. And there was a, like, you can see that gloss on it. There was another set that had some of the similar artwork and actually still had the same set logo, in that those cards were not glossy. It's a starter set. I've got one over there. It's a starter set. So very important though that if you are collecting the vending machine set, that there is, you got to make sure you have the glossy one. So definitely a cool thing. Man, look at the disco ball Gengar. Look how that thing dances. Really, really cool. Really, really excited about this. I've been waiting to do this video for quite a while, and I'm excited to have an opportunity. Alakazam, another really iconic card that a lot of people like. Omastar, Machamp, was that Graveler, I think. So really, really cool. Really hard to find. These cards you had to redeem and then also keep the card. You know, as a kid, a lot of people beat up these cards pretty rough. So getting these in good condition is pretty tough. The like PSA 10, PSA 9 is super expensive. And I'm probably going to send these ones in to get graded. So maybe we'll do a follow-up video on those. So, all right, let's talk through then the way that this affects to these kind of alternative card games and metazoo. It's really cool to see a lot of these games following the footsteps of their predecessor. So Flesh and Blood, you're seeing a lot of them kind of follow through a lot of the things that Magic the Gathering did in terms of, you've got the stones that are kind of like your Power 9, that kind of stuff, your Mana Rocks, that kind of thing. Anyway, with metazoo and this vending machine arcade set, I think it's going to be really cool to see what they end up doing that fits in line with this. What I hope they do is that they utilize the video game, they utilize the arcade game to put some iconic moments from those games into the cards. And I really love the reason that I started collecting this, the reason that I spent the time to dig through all these extra cards and to work on a complete set. It's almost complete. I think the other cards are on their way. To finish a complete set of this is because of the connection to the game from when I was a kid. So if metazoo is trying to build a brand and build an IP and build that nostalgia connected, I really think that vending machine or that arcade series card game, cards need to be connected in a heavy way to the moments that you shared, the moments that you remember from the video game or the arcade game or whatever it is. So I think that's going to be a big thing. But then I also love the redemption program. I think that that's a really cool thing to have some cards that you can only get through pulling a card that then you have to send in to the creators, to the game to get something different. And I think that creates a really cool dynamic in a relationship with the TCG and with the card game to get something back, to send something in. But they also have the opportunity here to do it from the arcade standpoint, where you get a card and you actually have to take it up to the redemption center at the arcade where they have all the plushies and all that kind of stuff, all the little toys. So that could be another way to do it. But really cool to see some of the the homages, the ways that the new TCGs are reflecting back on old TCGs and the way that they did things. I'm excited to see how metazoo does it as a unique thing, as well as going back to see a card game like this and what Pokemon did. So let me know what you think of the vending machine series. Take a look, do some research. There's a lot of other much better videos than this one on the vending machine series that will give you some of the information. You can see just where some of those cards were pulled from and in the different moments from the game. I would love to do like a playthrough of the video game someday. I don't know, I dream of this stuff with Pokemon content, but I would love to do like a playthrough of the video game someday where we look at the card images from the game and be like, oh my gosh, like you've got the 8-bit version, but here's like a full kind of artwork piece of what's happening in the video game. I don't know, could be super cool. Anyway, hope you have yourself a fantastic day. Let me know what you think in the comment section below. Remember to be kind to the people around you, and we will see you again next video.